Hi, welcome Instagram or YouTube family. My name is Angelo and this is your reading for 2021. I prepared 3 piles, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. And there are a lot of cards, but I want to see like what kind of energies are coming through for the outlook for your 2021. I hope you feel aligned with this energy as I am. I'm listening to 741 Hertz frequency in the background to activate my intuition. So I'm just gonna start pile number 1, welcome. Hello, I'm just gonna put every card here just like to receive an overview as a bigger picture. So the mental conflict card, spiritual strength, okay, door to value in reverse, Eight of Swords, 9 of Wands, the Devil. Beautiful energies. I feel like, I feel like in Aries season there's going to be a lot of changes coming for you. Aries season is like, I think mid-March, beginning of April, or end of March, beginning April, but beginning of March, like, yeah. You feel me? Aries season, just Google it, okay? Because there's some like things where you're going through a lot of surrendering to the unknown, seeing a lot of light at the end of the tunnel. But because right now, like, this might be spiritual conflict within your being, mental conflict, 8 of Swords, all about like limiting yourself, belief systems, thinking patterns. This is like 2 of Swords energy, being like torn in between at crossroads. But let's continue because there's so much more coming through. Passion ignite. There's spiritually a new sense coming for you, spiritually new thing. I think March, like beginning of March, because here's Mars, okay? Mars is like ruled for Aries, is the ruler planet for Aries. Yeah, patience and planning, where you will be navigating a lot better within your life. Because also, because this is like Capricorn also, like the Devil in usual tarot is ruled by Capricorn, okay? I think the Wheel of Fortune as well. However, in my tarot card deck, it's all about Mars, and Mars is like ruler planet of Aries. Triumph, wow, beautiful, 7-7 here. Maybe you see this angel number as a confirmation. It's also the thing, sometimes we see angel numbers, you know, and we think like, okay, like this is going to be happen truthful for me, like this is going to be this way. But Source hasn't got a time. 5D is no time, and everything above 5D, it's existing without time and space, you know. Recreated in this 3D plane, we created as human beings and got conditioned to believe in time, to believe in space, to believe in matter, to believe in like to see things like 1 hour, like to feel what an hour feels like, to see that it's like facts as a 60 minutes or 1 minute has got 60 seconds, you know, this kind of thing. And firm foundation, okay, great. So if you see every card, yes, I think you see that. Give me a second. So with the mental conflict, again, like it might be even the start of February, but I'm not sure with those kind of numbers sometimes. However, the mental conflict will come to an end with the spiritual strength. 9 is all about completion, okay? It's 1 number before the 10. It's, I think, all in regards to your self-worth, to self-value. It's even funny because between January and March, I think, sometimes I go with those numbers as timelines, sometimes I'm not, I'm just listening to my feeling, okay? Since it's a general reading, I'm not very afraid to speak truth, to speak thoughts here, or to pick up stuff and communicate it, because it's a general reading. I cannot I cannot fail with that. Yeah, January till March, a lot of self-worth themes popping up. I see like tests. Even here with the Devil card, you surrendering a lot to the unknown. Even though this guy here is looking like he's falling somewhere, it's like he's, you know, like even though he knows he's falling, he's not holding back by the hands of fear, by the hands that's coming from the ego. Why? Because you're a butterfly, honey, bro. Whoever you are, you're a butterfly. So the 8 of Swords are talking always about limiting yourself, limiting your beliefs, limiting, like, you know, like already the fact that you can fly and your wings are dry, you still like see yourself in this metamorphosis thing. This is a 9, you know, this is beautiful. Why? Because it's coming to an end. To think like that you cannot fly, like even the sun is shining right now, how beautiful is this? I mean, come on, I'm talking about like, you know, like being trapped in this whole like thing this belief about yourself, this limiting belief about yourself, that you still need to change, that you still need to become better, that you still need to do this before you can start stepping into the unknown. But this is not true. The truth is, you're ready, and this is something that will change, and I think between January and March, where you realize so much more about yourself, that you're so ready to ignite this inner passion. And you know, just because I'm this dude that gives timelines, maybe for the one or the other it's the beginning of January. Right now, maybe for the one or the other it's like mid-February or beginning of February. Like, it's this process between January and March, where you're like seriously understanding how to navigate with patience and planning, and you have this ignite of fire, this inner flame. Your soul is starting to burn for something, the sense of purpose, the sense of understanding. I got so many goosebumps talking about your energy right now that you're tapping into, that you're already tapped in another timeline reality, that you're like moving ahead towards to embody, to start to embody. Triumph is the chariot. This is 7 Wands, patience and planning, kind of, you know. And this is a spiritual theme. And whatever you've been going through spiritually right now with your beliefs, because it's all about our beliefs, right? Spirituality means believing, having faith in something, our soul. And before we have a thought, or before we have an actual emotion, the first thing that comes is our spirit, what we believe in, what do we have faith in. And this is all about you believing that you're not worthy enough to step into the unknown, to experience abundance or prosperity by the things that you start to embody or want to embody so badly. But this is going to change. Those thought patterns, those belief patterns that you have, it's going to change to the better. There's a new beginning spiritually within you. This spiritual new beginning is the base foundation, the firm foundation, honey, bro, whatever. And this is, I think, April. Because I think maximum April is going to be for this collective year. Whoever picked this pile, maximum April, where you are all been through lessons and tasks and tests that kind of make you realize you are already enough, and more than enough, the way you are, the work you put in, the things you want to create. Your wings, your butterfly wings, they are ready to fly. Trust in that. Trust in yourself. Trust in the divine, that you will start elevating, you will start flying as soon as you step into the unknown, because you're already transformed. Okay, you are already transformed. It's a beautiful reading. And here also, like, I got so warm right now because the sun is just shining. I was praying before the reading, like, please sun, come to the surface. I need some energy because my hands were freezing, and right now I feel this energy coming through me. This is this inner fire that I'm speaking about. We're right now tapping into this energy that you're tapping into, that you already tapped into, or that you're going to tap into maximum April. And you understand how to navigate, you understand how to plan, you understand how to move forward, you understand what kind of tools you can use. Write them down, like write down everything that I'm speaking about that you feel resonating with. Have a journal, write it down, and start to embody that, start to be this version, start to, like, you know, you start with mental conflict and root chakra and being so insecure, not know how to move forward, or not having this firm foundation, or being restless, or being like, you know, like feeling weak or anxious or anxiety. But this is how this reading is ending. This is how we close this reading. Firm foundation number 4. This is like, I think 2020, like, it's a fact, 2020 is a numerology, oh my god, I cannot speak. 2020, like, the sun disappeared because the sun is like, boy, you already screwed up. You cannot even say numerology. Now I can say that. Thank you, sun, for helping me with this. However, 2020 is a numerology in number 4. Okay, number 4, foundation, purpose, service. How can I act from a heart space? What is making my inner fire coming to flame? I think some of you guys have been through some major lessons in regards to this, because we all been through that, if we wanted it or not, since this whole corona thing happened. However, I think, like, right now you're tapping into this timeline where you are like being more, I don't want to say forced, but somehow like being pushed, you know, like literally being pushed, like here and there's some momentum where you're being pushed to the edge, to the edge of your limits, where you start then to realize, oh, I've been already like this way the whole time, you know, like sometimes I experience momentum where my bank account was in minus. So source can make me realize that I'm already enough within me, and I don't need any money or number in my bank account to identify my level of abundance, or to signify or indicate my level of abundance and prosperity that I'm experiencing in my life. Because this is something that starts within me. You know, like, and I had breakdowns about my bank account and fear and anxiety because I was like, oh my God, I need to pay my bills and this and this and that. And when I was just like, come down, like in those momentum where I was like at the edge, you know, with my bank account, I realized in those momentum, in this darkest moment, because I was screaming in my room, man. Family, I was screaming in my room and crying because I was living on my own and being abroad and, you know, just like sharing experience. And this is something you will go through as well if you haven't so far. But if you've been so far, then it's like more like little steps forward into this direction, because this is all igniting your inner fire. However, thank you. You're going to triumph. You're going to understand, like, the chariot Cancer season, by the way. And I was talking about April. Okay, like, April is more Taurus season, but the end of April, the end of Taurus season is like kind of Cancer season, okay, however. But this is going to be a lot of triumph, a lot of moving forward, a lot of indicating your emotions, using it as a guideline, but not being feared by them, not being like defined by them. Thank you so much. Let's continue with pile number 2. If you resonate with this, give me a like, give me a comment, let me know. Let's exchange energies here, and share it with your friends. I appreciate you. You can also book me for a private reading on my Etsy. It's going to be like a video like this. If you feel already high vibe, imagine having this as a private video for yourself. Okay, enough advertising with my energy. Bye. Let's continue with pile number 2. Welcome, pile number 2. My name is Angelo 77. This is your outlook for 2021. Yin Yang in reverse. Okay, take action, honey. I will just pull all the cards. Intuition, because you already know what's going on within you. There's 22 actually, but it's in reverse, so it's 77. This is a 2. Your intuition is urging you to step into your masculine energy and put things into action. Rest and regeneration, I think, in releasing something. 4 of Swords. Fertility, there's a lot of growth coming for you, and you need to step into that growth. Victory and success, yeah. I feel like as soon as you allow yourself to grow in different variations and, you know, like to mature, it will give you a lot of maturity and growth. Like, I feel like there's some steps that you can take in regards to new things, but somehow you're like roaring and doubting that. So you need to take some time out to really like get into yourself and grow in different directions. I feel like maybe even in your sexuality. Wisdom is here as well. This is the Hierophant. And 3 tarot cards. The King of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Swords upwards. Yeah, like your masculine energy. Look, this is masculine, this is masculine, this is feminine. Like your intuition, like you're so up in the air sometimes. I feel like you're such a visionary person. Yeah, Knight of Wands. But what is leaking within you is the masculine part. It's like, honey, you are in your room, or bro, whoever you're identifying with, what kind of physical gender body part. You are in your room, okay, and you're like seeing these possible realities that you can tap into, like imagination. Like you're so vivid. Maybe you're even a water sign or Pisces. However, you're so vivid, but what is leaking within you, or what is like lack within you, is this urge to take action. The Knight of Wands is someone very curious, like even here sacral chakra. Maybe it's even in regards to your sexuality. However, take how this resonates. Sacral chakra is sexuality. It's also like Empress, Emperor. I feel like what's lacking within you is the Emperor. You're already the Empress. You already know how to manifest abundance with ease. I feel like you're a very great manifester, because this is also the Empress card, the fertility card, and the usual tarot card. And this is the High Priest. And victory and success is coming for you. But what's within you that you need to start to embody is, rather than resting constantly and being like in your room and imagining all the things that you can do, start putting them into action, because there's so much greatness coming from that. The King of Swords in reverse means there is a lack in, you know, like he's connected to his higher self, right? This blue energy here, but it's in reverse, so he doesn't take the decision. I got goosebumps. He doesn't take the decision that his higher self is giving him. Higher self as equals God, as equals universe, as equals guardian angel, whatever you believe in, because I think it's actually very like, you're very like connected. You know, the Empress is someone, she manifests abundance with ease. She's like the big mother. She's so creative, so inspiring, so enlightened. She's this female energy, this divine feminine, intuition, High Priestess. She is emotionally intelligent AF. Okay? Though what's lacking within you is this masculine attribution, the emperor, the father energy that puts things into action, that is grounded, that is knowing and understanding. Okay, like I want to become this person I envision myself to become this, or I see this dream reality so vividly that I'm going to experience this thing. What can I do right now to put that into action? To realize, to materialize that, to embody this vision, to embody this person. Because the Knight of Wands is someone very curious, very exciting, very adventurous. You need to have more fire. You need to be more in this energy of, like being this, like, it's like, again, like vividly, you're so in tune and you tap into these possible realities, and this is so adventurous to talk about that and to like see that in your room, to write about it, to speak about it, maybe even to yourself, because I constantly see myself in the past when I look at this reading, because I used to be someone, I was like smoking weed in my room, and I was just like envisioning and like seeing like to be this person who reads tarot cards, or to be this person who creates content with modeling or like outfit pictures and stuff like that. But somehow I was just like hiding myself in my room and just journaling. You feel me? It's not about like assaulting you, it's more like sharing experience. And I constantly see myself in this thing. Like spiritually, you're so evolved. Spiritually, you're like so enlightened. You're so intuitive, you definitely know what's the tea. Though what's missing here is to actually go to the kitchen, to press boil on your water boiler, and to fill your cup up with tea. How can you spill tea if you don't have the tea right now in front of you? And this is the thing about what's going to, or what you need to address in 2021. Maybe 2020 was all about releasing things, and right now it's just like growing in different directions, even maybe sexually or creatively, however, but put things into action. This is very important for you, because I think maximum June here, if you start like maximum in March, till March you have like, like possibilities to grow and embody like your psychic abilities with the number 77. It's funny because pile number 1 had also 77 as an angel number. However, it's all about like you embodying your intuition or whatever you receive as downloads. February is going to be a time where you're very high intuitive. I think till April, March, you have like period of time to, kind of like find momentum where you rest and emotionally withdraw yourself, but at the same time like meditate and receive ideas or guidance. Maybe even you're someone that doesn't know shit about intuition and ideas, and you need to like, get inspired. Take some time out in nature. I see someone in nature being very inspired after that, like it's like this, like feeling so lacking inspiration, but then you connect to trees or you go hug a tree and then you're so inspired to create things. And this is going to give you the success and the victory that you're like urging or wanting to manifest so badly. But the Hierophant card is like also talking about someone who is, I feel like, let's forget the Hierophant, just talking about wisdom and how he's looking, like rather than comparing yourself to others or what they're doing in their life, there's your book here, okay? And it's going to be filled with so many adventurous realities and momentum and chapters and experiences and people that are so like subconsciously waiting to experience your energy. But how can you experience or get to an entanglement with them in a good way, get to an entanglement with their energy if you don't start doing this, If you don't start seeing yourself, how can other people start seeing you? If you don't start to choose to create a concert, if it's like through a camera on YouTube with your guitar and uploading it later, or if it's an actual planned concert, how can you expect people are going to watch you on YouTube or buy your tickets through the internet if you don't start putting yourself out there? This is the thing. Start putting yourself out there. Start embodying this. There's so much that is going to be experienced by you from this book. This book is your life. But don't look to other people and what they're doing or comparing yourself to them. Be loyal with the stock here towards your own book, towards your own story. And take decisions based on that. The crow is in the background. There's like, blah, 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 and giving me kind of synchronicities here. The crow is a very intuitive animal. Very like psychic aware, okay? Right? I kind of feel like rather than analyzing people and their conditioning and what they've been through maybe in their childhood and questioning that, reclaim back your energy, pull back your energy. Don't be lost so much in other people's business and start focusing more on your business. I totally mean that in a non-assaultive way, okay? You tap this reading, you need to receive messages. If it's resonating, I'm more than happy. If it's not resonating, try out pile number 3. So yeah, thank you so much, pile number 2. Yeah, I appreciate you and goodbye. And you can book me for a private reading, by the way. And share this with your friends, okay? Bye. Hi, pile number 3. This is a very like long pile. So energy oracle action. Take definitely action on something. Attachment, detaching yourself from some things or situations. I'm just gonna pull the cards here and just like see. Archetype cards, child, eternal energy. It's in reverse. Athlete, it's in reverse. Saboteur, okay. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it will bring to your life. Okay, I feel like you need to definitely... Okay, wait. Sacral chakra, interesting. Patience. Financial material changes. I just received a message. If you're worried about because you're so attached to fear of not having enough money or something, it's going to change in May. Okay, there's a lot of changes coming to you in May, because here's a 5 and here's a 5 and this is a 1 and a 4. Patience, have patience, okay? With like also feeling abundant with the sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is also like feeling worthy to experience abundance and money and prosperity. So definitely keep affirming, keep believing, and keep putting things into action. No matter how big the fear is of not having enough or not being enough in regards to finances. Very strong message that comes here. I think even between June and July, take action. Take action. Of course, also prioritize to rest, but take action. This is a white horse. Maybe you've been even seeing a dream of a white horse. I've been seeing a dream yesterday of a white horse. And black horse, this is like feminine energy, and black energy is masculine energy. So it's whatever you receive as guidance, intuition, take that in action with your masculine energy. Put it into action. This was also very highlighted in pile number 2. So maybe this is like something that you needed to hear as well. Maybe you've been also in between pile number 2 and pile number 3. However, recognition and reward. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of helping hands coming for you in maximum May. Maybe even earlier, but have patience and keep watering, keep growing. Whatever you've been pursuing, okay? I just saw cloth making, or maybe even having a business in regards to clothes, or selling clothes, or textiles, fabrics. This was a message that needed to be heard by someone. The Hermit, okay, beautiful. 99. 10 of Swords, okay, there's a lot of emotional, mental things like Dark Night of Soul that maybe you've already been through. Because it's in reverse, so don't be afraid that you will go through as well. But it's also like rebirth here with the Pluto, ruled by Scorpio, and the last card, the Lovers in reverse. Okay, there's like strong messages here. So 99, 66, Virgo season. Maybe you've been dealing with a relationship from Virgo season. This is like end of August, end of September. And it created a lot of shit within you, but it could also be the relationship towards yourself, okay, that you're maybe somehow too hard sometimes to yourself. I need to zoom out a little bit, yes. And yeah, but let's start from the beginning here. Action card. Take action, as I was speaking. If you even feel like maybe even attachment towards a substance, okay, towards food, towards something where you feel addiction, or where you feel like you need to always be connected to that thing because otherwise you cannot make it. You know, like, take how this resonates. It could be anything from eating so much sugar food and processed food to maybe even smoking weed, or maybe even smoking cigarettes or drinking alcohol or whatever. Or just like being attached so much to fears and whatever brings challenges in your life with the number 5. But I think between January and July, there's a lot of things like this timeline reality where you are going to receive so much abundance and positive influences, okay? I think especially between January and April, have patience, embrace your sexuality or creativity with the sacral chakra here. Don't be afraid to allow yourself to be this childlike energy. Allow yourself to be childish. Allow yourself to, because I think there might be an attachment towards this fear of not feeling like that you cannot be childish, that you cannot be on the wind is just like coming more like gently as a breeze here. So maybe there's a synchronistic message here for some of the others. When I said childish energy, even with the athlete, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to shine with this childish energy. Because I think whenever you are childish, whenever you see flowers, whenever you are connected to, whenever you are connecting to nature, and you see the beauty in a sunset or a dawning sun, and maybe you got watering eyes, and don't be afraid to embrace that. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable in those momentum, to, you know, to see, like, to talk to animals, to give a tree a hug. This is something very beautiful. This is something that makes you you. So be patient between January and April, whatever you've been pursuing creatively, whatever you've been putting action towards to, or whatever you start putting action towards. But don't be too attached to fears, because there's a lot of changes happening for you. Maximum May, okay? But be patient between January and April. Keep continuing to watering yourself, to watering your business, to sweating for your business, to crying for your business, or whatever brings passion within you, because, you know, these are the currencies of manifestation: to sweat, to cry, to bleed. Bleed as a metaphorical way. Why? Because you're burning so much oxygen, and oxygen is being transported by red blood cells within our body, so we're bleeding kind of for that. We're bleeding to sweat, we're bleeding to cry. Metaphorically. You know? In an extraordinary way. But there's also like a lot of things that you need to recognize for yourself. And with those 3 tarot cards here, very interesting. I think maybe it's in regards to with the Virgo season here, where you've been through a relationship, or it's just like simply with yourself. But I see a lot of people that you let go from. I don't see that. I feel like this is more the past, and you've been creating a lot of connections and associations with your inner child here. Look, the Hermit is having this lantern. This lantern is filled with a baby. 99. Things are closing. Things are coming to an end. Maybe you have some Pluto placements in your chart. You know, rebirth. Maybe you have got some Virgo placements in your chart. It could be like Sun, Rising, Moon, or Mars, Venus, Pluto, whatever. Rebirth, like crystal clear around the crown chakra, around the third eye, rising above this dark cloud, right? And 99, old cycles closing. I feel like the cycle is closing to isolating yourself, or to be isolated in some kind of way. It's time to use this lantern. It's time to use this childish energy. It's time to utilize your inner child, to see like where you're like moving ahead towards to, how you can combine your inner child with your creativity from your sacral chakra and create something. And it requires a lot of patience, but it's going to be worth it, because financial material changes are happening for you, and you're going to recognize and reward yourself as well for that, you know, like maybe even in March. But I don't know about this card with the timeline. However, write down the things that I said, because there were some messages coming through here. My name is Angelo. I hope it resonated with you. The pile number 1 was very long. Pile number 2 kind of not so long. And pile number 3 like whatever, you know. Just like me. But here's also saboteur. Don't self-sabotage yourself whenever you are tapping into your inner child. Because I think in those momentum where you're seeing this butterfly, where you're hugging this tree, you are receiving ideas, and those ideas are ready to, or become ready to be embodied by you and only you. Then I feel like I want to give you one angel prayer message here, because I don't know, you're the last pile and I have 2 minutes 2 minutes more. If it's not coming out, then it's not coming out. Yeah, honor your feelings, okay? Honor your feelings. Feelings is also like in regards to whatever you feel when you hug a tree. Even if it's like hugging a tree, because it sounds so silly. It sounds so stupid for other people. But go hug a tree if you feel that way, because it's going to enlighten you so much. Trust me. Like I had a momentum where I hugged a tree and asked this tree to have permission to film a lookbook video, like a fashion video there, and a shooting. And this tree was like, yes, honey, connect with me and like give me a hug. And I was crying. You know, it is so amazing. However, thank you so much. I love you. I send you love and light from my overflow. And book me for a personal reading or connect with me through Instagram or YouTube. I am Angelo, and yeah, another kind of person here on the internet that does these things. Bye.